Hi everyone, welcome back to the More YouTube channel. It's Chris back with my rant of the day. And no surprise here, I'm ranting about a striker. I'm ranting about a striker who seemingly is made out of glass. Yes, you know who I'm talking about. I'm talking about Callum Wilson, who is injured again. That sentence, Callum Wilson is injured, is about as frequent as do you want fries with that? My God, this player cannot stay fit. He's a brilliant striker. He's got an unbelievable strike rate with us, but he cannot stay fit. And I'm absolutely foaming about this news that's coming out that he's got to have surgery on a torn pectoral muscle. That he came up against Nottingham Forest. I think he was wrestling with a centre half. This was the state of him. When the physio had to come on, he lasted 90 minutes. It was just towards the end of the game. I think he dropped his knees here and the physio had to come on. But he's going to be out for 9 to 12 weeks. On top of Isak being out as well, this is an utter fucking disaster for Newcastle United. And I cannot believe that the club has put themselves in this position. The January window came and went before everyone started shouting FFP and PSR and all this other stuff at me. They knew for a fact we were short. We were light in the centre forward position. All this talk, Anthony Gordon can play there. Anthony Gordon can get injured too. You saw that when he was hobbling on crutches against Luton the other day, and he's a winger. You put Anthony Gordon through the middle, you take him off the left-hand side. Yes, it's good that Harvey Barnes is coming back, but how long is Harvey Barnes going to be fit for? This is an utter nightmare for Newcastle United to put themselves in this positioning. And talking about Callum in himself, loads of people coming out now saying this is Callum Dunn at Newcastle United. In my opinion, it is Callum Dunn. Listen, I'm not going to be a total prick. I do feel bad for the guy that he could very well miss out on the Euros for England. That's probably his international career done as well, being 31 years old. But Newcastle should have got another striker in. How could they rely on these two players who were injured for massive parts of last season as well? I mean, you look at Callum Wilson, right? His strike rate in Newcastle is phenomenal. There's no doubt about that. He's got something like 46 goals in 104 games. Gives him a strike rate of a goal every 2 games or something. It's a brilliant strike rate. He's right up there with kind of Shearer for the numbers and some of the best centre forwards that we've ever had in the Premier League. But he's missed 73 games in 3 years. He's missed nearly as many games as he's played. He's always picking up knocks. And with the amount of football that was coming this season with Champions League, domestic football, cups, you name it, you knew Callum Wilson was going to break down and get injured. And the club did nothing about it. We still haven't had another striker since Chris Wood. And I know Chris Wood wasn't any great shakes, but fuck me, at least he was a centre forward. I can't believe that we put ourselves in this position. But going back to Callum Wilson in itself, people were sniffing around him in the January window. We're talking about how it didn't have any money. We're still finishing that window with Miguel Almiron and Callum Wilson, one of them who's completely fucking headless most of the time in Miggy, and then Wilson, who the wind blows and he breaks because he's made of porcelain. I don't understand what is going on at the football club with this. I really, really don't. Yeah, the likes of Hugo Ekitike, who was gasping for a club, why didn't we bring that kid in? What was going on there? Did he end up at Frankfurt or something like that? We didn't make a single move for a centre forward. There's no move from anybody from the Saudi Arabian leagues either. What was all that about? We made this big stink about being able to loan players into club ownership, and we didn't even make a single move for anybody in the Saudi league. I don't understand what is going on with the football club here. We've put ourselves in a real shit position here in terms of having no centre forwards available. Now, listen, this might all be blown away if Isak suddenly passes a fitness test and he's on the bench at the weekend and he gets himself fit. But Isak's breaking down left, right, and centre as well. And the football club is in a position now where, you know, we were playing Champions League this season. We don't have any fit centre forwards at the club. There doesn't seem to be any young kids coming through from the academy either in a centre forward position. This is a nightmare for Newcastle United. Now, they can't address it now because the window's gone, shut, closed, done. The only thing you can do is probably put Anthony Gordon up front for the foreseeable future until Alexander Isak is fit and stays fit, God willing. You know, and that's all we can do is mix it up between Barnes, Miggy, Gordon, Murphy as a front three and hope that that's going to be enough to get us to, you know, a top 7 finish in the Premier League. This is a disaster. But come the summer, the club simply have to go and buy a centre forward. I'm sure that's on the cards anyway. I don't know whether they're waiting for the FFP rules to be slacked or changed or whatever it's going to be. This meeting was held about PSR and holding a certain amount of money in the bank and all that stuff if you go bust and everything else. So maybe that is the case, and maybe that's what's going to happen with the football club. And in the summer, we'll go out and sign a couple of decent strikers, but there's loads of good strikers out there that could replace Callum Wilson with that number 9 shirt. Alexa Vlahovic at Juventus, who are fucked. They need to sell. They need to sell players. Evan Ferguson and Brighton, yes, I know he's going off the boil a little bit, but potential is there. Benjamin Sesko, you know, Victor Osimhen, why the fuck not? We need a proper centre forward who can stay fit for runs of games at this football club. Callum Wilson is not that. Callum Wilson is a brilliant centre forward when he's fit. His movement is quality in the finish. Everything else is absolutely spectacular. You know, his goal to game ratio, even this season, 8 and 22. He's got a goal every 1.2 games or something like that. It's a brilliant strike rate, but you can't rely on the bloke. He's too injury prone. I don't know whether it's Eddie Howe's sentiment in the player or whatever it is be, but we all talk about Trippier. I understand why he didn't sell Trippier. Trippier is too vital to this team. Bayern Munich comes sniffing or whatever, that's fine. No problem. We don't want to sell Trippier because we lose so much in Trippier on the pitch. But you could have sold Wilson and went and got yourself a couple of strikers in, maybe young strikers on loan. The loan fees alone could have been paid for selling Callum Wilson for, say, I don't know, 15 to 20 million quid. The club has put himself in a real position here. I'm absolutely livid at this injury. I really am. I can't get my head around it. And just to rub salt in the wounds as well, he's been injured doing something completely fucking pointless. He spent most of the game trying to roughhouse it with the Nottingham Forest centre-half, which was completely unnecessary. If you go back and look at the injury that he's occurred, I know it's unlucky, and I do feel a bit sorry for him, not being a total prick, and it's just Newcastle's luck, really, but we must have pissed off a witch doctor somewhere along the line of the US tour or something, because they've cursed us this season in terms of injuries. But it's a pointless challenge by Wilson to get injured again in a game where he's blown out of his arse. He probably shouldn't even be in the park anyway, but because we'll have no other options on the bench, he's got to play 90 minutes now. He fucking injures himself, and he's out for 12 weeks. Absolute shit show by the football club. I'm not happy about this at all. We've put ourselves in this position by not signing centre forward. We should have got one in summer, should have got one in January, and now we're fucked with no centre forwards. I'm not very happy about it at all. But let us know what you guys think in the comments below about this. Are you as annoyed as I am? Are you happy that the lads in the squad can take the load? In terms of Anthony Gordon playing through the middle, can he provide the goals? Can Isak stay fit? We always like to hear from you. Smash a comment and let us know what you think. And if you like what you see, subscribe, like the video. It's all free content, evermore. If you do want to give a little bit back to the channel, there is an option down there to be a member for less than £2 a month. You get early access to videos just like the rant you've just watched. So come and join this great community, guys. Let's hope that Isak can get fit soon, and let's hope we can get some bloody centre forwards on the park. That's me done for this rant, guys. We'll catch you in the next one. See you later.